What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning in the bottom of the map in the red color playing as Zeus. It's none other than your favorite streamer to hate, favorite Age of Mythology streamer to hate, John Arbiter. My golly gosh, he's made the transition over to Voobly. Yes, he's on the competitive platform. If you don't know who John Arbiter is, he is a Twitch streamer. He's been playing some Ra, he's been playing some Zeus, and he's been and Twitch chat always loves to give him a hard time. Let's just say that much. His opponent today is in the blue color, not actually playing as Loki. He is none other than Gaboo the 21st Gaboo to have ever Gabooed. Ever, in fact. And yes, he is playing Oranos. Normally we see Gaboo on the Loki, but today we are seeing his Oranos. Anyways, we jump back over to John Arbiter here. He's in with his Zeus, so he's definitely more comfortable with his Ra. Loves the fast farm builds. Has a really strong Ra, like Ra versus Oranos. No, sorry, Ra versus Loki kind of knowledge. You can see if you ever go into his stream and ask him how he does against Loki, he's like, I can beat anyone. And all Loki players lose to me. That's what he would say. But he's now going in with his Zeus, and he's only been training his Zeus for maybe like a couple of months now, if not even just 1 month now. So he's got a lot of knowledge potentially lacking, and we'll see if that's going to come through, or in this game, or if John Arbiter is going to be an absolute menace here. As we can already see him moving over onto this second hunt over here. We've got some relics on the map. The flagstone of Buhan over here. Oh, this one, if you don't know what that is the negative 25% wall gold cost, making your walls cheaper. Another relic over here. We do have the Ankh of Ra, the 2.4 favor per minute. Well, both very strong relics, especially in this matchup. This relic here is going to help out a lot. It doesn't necessarily mean well, actually it probably does mean that you can go only 2 villages on favor and have enough favor because of the diminishing returns of adding extra villages onto the temple. So that can be really good for a Zeus player if they're going centaurs here, which John might be doing. I don't know what his strategies normally are. Maybe he likes to go Athena, maybe he likes to go centaurs, Hermes, but he does have himself some decent hunt over here, moving up onto the Aurochs over here and over onto this food. A lot of the time on maps like Alpha, I'm getting super clean advance times with Zeus is really hard, as we are seeing Gaboo losing one of these oracles here. Whereas Gaboo, he should be having next to no issues advancing to the next age. Here you can see his temples coming down. He's actually a little bit lower on the food than I would have expected because he's walked all the way over to these Aurochs. But it's not really a bad idea for him to actually just maybe pull this villager off of this, put a cow over here, eat that cow, and try and get himself up to the classical age just a little bit faster. But definitely not building the next villager here is going to be completely fine. Advancing a couple of seconds later is never going to really be that much of a problem. Whereas John, he's only just getting his temple up now, and it's going to be a little bit later advanced time. So if you ever do find yourself in positions like this, where you are advancing slightly later than you would have otherwise liked, get things like husbandry, get things like pickaxe. Think about getting those extra upgrades that you otherwise wouldn't normally be able to afford. We're seeing an early Jason here from John. That's very smart. He's going to be coming over here to grab this Ankh of Ra. There's also another relic that's been discovered here. Boots to kick everything. Definitely want to keep this relic away from the Oranos player. Their heroes already get a speed buff. The Oranos buff of themselves already giving the heroes a buff, and then that relic on top of that would possibly mean that those centaur that John Arbiter is potentially going to want to make here are going to be easily taken down. So one of the really big things about John is, from what I see at the very least, is that he's got a lot of APM. This man is a very fast clicker. It's just that he doesn't know where to spend his APM. So he's been training recently. So maybe he's going to be able to work this out and be able to control those centaur really nicely. It seems to be one of those strategies that would definitely suit his skill kit. Has Gaboo now in the next age. Needs to make that citizen. He's going to be starting that one. Their military barracks, counter barracks coming up. This is normally what I see from Oranos players. They normally take villages off of the gold to make their military buildings because it's always a little bit high here. And we also see the Katoskopos here being very, very annoying on these citizen over here as the Promethean offspring are going to be wandering forward here looking to get some sort of damage done. He does know that there's an area over here that he can attack. He does not know that there's Aurochs over here. We do see one Oracle scouting the corner to see if he can find where the enemy, where John's Aurochs are, as the Jason does come in and forces those citizens to be garrisoned here. Gaboo going to have to get himself a couple of units out and go over there and defend that. Unfortunately for Gaboo, he's not actually got the food to make that next to Murmillo. So this is actually a really, really good start here for John, as now he's making that Odysseus, sending that one for the Promethean offspring coming over here, attacking the granary. There are no villagers over here anymore. They've been all but eaten, as the citizen still trying to get onto that Auroch, still trying to be a little bit cheeky here, but one of those citizens is very, very low HP. We also see Sylvan Law coming in. John's macro here looking very, very nice, making himself the military academy and the stable, playing this early game incredibly well. Immediate bolt there onto the Murmillo hero. John's got a game plan here and a half, playing this one incredibly smart. Not only that, the Odysseus going straight after the heroes and the Jason going after the Terma as well. That is absolutely perfect play here from John. And now he sees the centaur. We see a shockwave there to keep that citizen alive. Nice play from Gaboo there to keep that one alive there, as the final hero is about to be falling here. It's the Murmillo trying to dodge those arrows, but I think that the Odysseus does decently there. So nice job by Gaboo to keep his citizen alive, but nice job from John Arbiter to get all of that early game pressure and be okay here to continue in this game. We see the citizen taking a couple of shots here as Gaboo's not paying attention. He does garrison it into the mana now if he wants to get onto that other Auroch. It's going to take him a little bit of a it's going to be a little bit difficult for him to do that, so he might have to get his units to help him out there so his citizen doesn't take too much damage. But now John Arbiter is going to be retreating back home. How is he going now? A little bit of housing crisis, but he's got that one sorted out. Going to have to keep throwing those houses down. 7 villages on gold. Lots of villages on wood. Maybe too many villages on wood here, you might think. And you can also see that his favor is slightly higher than it otherwise would have been because of that relic. So you could probably even think about taking one of those villages off of the temple here. So right now, John Arbiter has got way too many villagers on wood. Therefore, he's not going to be able to support the military academy, the stable, and a town center. And that is, in effect, going to mean he's going to have idle villager time. So what you can do here is make sure you only go up to about 8 villagers on wood. And then after that, you take those off of wood, or you don't take them off wood. You put villagers over onto food. You've got to have around about 4 or 5 villages for town center, 4 or 5 villages for military academy, and like 3 villages for the stable to support everything there. So we're still seeing John trying to get over here. Does manage to take down one of those granaries there, as he is going to get a little bit of micro here. Going to try and take down that Murmillo hero there. Going to take a couple more shots and does indeed die. So too does the other Terma hero. There's a couple of Terma heroes left in this army for Gaboo, as John is pushing forward right now in order to take these guys out. He's actually controlling this really, really nice. A couple of stray units over here getting some good damage onto those as well. Meanwhile, the centaur continuously taking out units as Gaboo is trying to retreat here. Gaboo pulling back. Sorry, not pulling back. John Arbiter pulling back here. We're also seeing that Katoskopos being very, very active over here. Going to be checking for something, as we are seeing Promethean offspring coming back in onto this position. But there is a centaur here to deal with this, and there should not be a villager kill here realistically. If John actually decides to turn around and start shanking here, the Promethean will die to the center, but so there we go. He's going to be completely fine, and John's happy. No problems there. John, I don't think he's actually lost a unit just yet. He's got some very, very nice control here. Now we see the watchtowers even coming up as the villagers get pulled off immediately away from that food there. As Gaboo trying to push in, trying to get a little bit of damage done. The hero centaur here trying to take down this, hero Terma here trying to take down this centaur, but the centaur is just kind of distracting at this point. A couple of villagers getting picked off of that temple, as now we're going to be seeing John attempting to find some sort of return fire over here. He has found this hunt, but it is almost completely gone. Meanwhile, we see the Odysseus and the hoplites coming in, trying to take down the citizen. They're not actually, well, they do manage to pick it off. I thought it would have been a better idea to get the hoplite to take down the mana and then everything else, and then you would have killed the centaur no matter what. But he managed to path block nicely enough there to kill it straight away, so no problems where that is concerned. And now Gaboo has to retreat back, and John is in a commanding position here. But the Promethean are out, and he's going to be able to get a little bit of damage done. We do see the Valor coming through. That's one centaur down. There's probably a shockwave available as well here for Gaboo to use, which can always be very, very big, very, very important. And Gaboo's going to be sitting up at that 115 population very, very soon here. I'm sure he's got a lot of resources in the bank. Might want to consider a second town center, though generally speaking in this matchup, especially against the centaur, you don't want to go to town center as the Oranos. You can find yourself having a little bit of issues there, but nice play here from Gaboo to push John back. He's taking down the centaur as well, and John is going to be moving into his main base here to try and hold on. With the fact that he's got those watchtowers up, he's going to be happy about this. A random archery range coming down. I'm not sure if that's a preemptive archery range or John's inexperience, but normally you don't see these Toxotes coming out at all against the Oranos, especially if you've got a game plan of getting to the Mythic Age, where you actually don't want to get archers at all. You just go straight into Heliopoli. They roleplay as archers, except you don't have to get any upgrades for them, and that's obviously very, very good. And you can just continue to sink in with infantry and Hippocon and be completely fine. As we are seeing that second town center coming through for Gaboo. So Gaboo wants that second town center. He's getting up that mana. We will be seeing the centaur checking out these Aurochs over here. There are Aurochs in the bottom corner here for John, but it seemingly looks like he does not know about that. He hasn't scouted this one out. Did miss that one, as the Katoskopos is still super active. I love that from John. Nice play, and we are going to be seeing the centaur coming through here. They might be able to get a villager pick. He has to get a couple of volleys off here, and he does manage to pick one off as Gaboo was not paying attention there. Nice play there from John. A little bit slow from Gaboo, but that's all right. We will be seeing this other citizen attempting to make a run for it here, and he's getting a little bit path blocked, and he's going to get taken out. Oh, the centaur's special ability actually ruined that there for Gaboo, as we are going to be seeing a couple of these centaur getting picked off from that shockwave. No, none of them get picked off. John manages to get out of there. A little bit of micro there, excuse me, from Gaboo, as the centaur all get away, and that's down a shockwave. It's just going to allow John to have somewhat of a timing here to push forward and cause some mischief. He's sitting at 115 of 115 population, meaning his units are very, very strong here compared to the Oranos units. And Gaboo not yet getting this town center up, meaning he's got 700 resources that are currently banked in onto that position there. So this push here could be very, very big here for John, as Gaboo needs a little bit more time to get up to his 130 of 130 population. So we'll see what John wants to do. He's got himself medium hoplites. He's got himself a whole handful of centaur over here as well. Still getting that favor income, everything going swimmingly, starting to build those farms. Let's check the economy out. He's got himself husbandry, but he's forgotten plow at this point. But he is going to be taking this fight right now. He's got that Odysseus over here who desperately needs to be targeting down those Prometheans, not microing his centaur very well in the back here. However, Gaboo, these centaur are basically doing nothing in this fight thus far. So the rest of these units here from John Arbiter are going to be able to clean house, it would seem, as all of those Mamilo are about to be falling here, and now John can just plow through here. And with those hoplites, how many does he have left? 10 hoplites. That's more than enough to just march over there and take down this town center. And John's going to continue this pressure here. We'll see if he's going to find a place that he wants, that is going to be okay to attack. Now, here's the other problem. Gaboo is out of that home gold mine now. It's 13 minutes into the game. He's on the second gold mine. The centaur have spotted this one. Gaboo does have himself 700 gold in the bank. Classic Oranos situation. But he does have 700 gold in the bank, so he will be able to make somewhat of an army, and he is sending citizen up to the top side of the map here to grab that top gold mine. Losing a citizen there, though, is going to hurt a lot as the hoplites start moving in onto this town center to take this one down. You can see that damage is coming in quite hot here from all of those hoplites here. John not checking out the top gold mine just yet. He's got a Katoskopos on one of those gold mines, and now the Terma here are going to move in. They will be able to take down these Toxotes really quickly. quickly, but the town center falls, and now Gaboo in a bit of a predicament here. Down those 700 resources. He did manage to get a couple of citizen out of the town center, so it's not all bad, but he is on the back foot. That is absolutely for sure here, as Gaboo retreats back into his base, and yes, he's gonna have to figure out something here. He is managing to get a little bit of gold income, so that's going to be somewhat of a help, but the army power that John has currently made here is very, very difficult for Gaboo to be matching at this point. But there might be a little bit of a throw here from John going after the main base underneath the town center fire, underneath the watchtower fire. That's going to be doing a lot of damage to these infantry units. That is for sure here. As he's moving through, we see the hero Terma getting cast over here as the centaur trying to get some damage done. The Terma retreating back here. And we will be seeing villagers moving up onto these Aurochs over here as well. No mana on this position. Only the one military academy still, where he kind of needs to be Massimo Milo at this point. Citizen is going to be falling here as well, as John just simply needs to work out, well, where to now? He's still got gold left in his main base, just about to expire. He's moving forward onto this gold mine already. Villagers on the bottom corner of the map here going after these Auroch. Nice play to find those. Good awareness, actually, noticing that there was 2 Auroch spawns for his opponent. That means he has to have 2 Auroch spawns himself. As now John going to be moving around. We will be seeing those Centaur moving in onto this position. Unfortunately, targeting down the hero citizen here. Not exactly what you want to be doing. This hero citizen really doesn't get a bonus. I don't think he gets a bonus against mid units. I'm not sure exactly what happens there, but this one citizen will be falling as John making his way over here. He's not paying attention to his army, though, as it's going to be getting a little bit of chip damage done before it does decide to turn around, and his army is clearly going to be able to clean this one up, as the Centaur are going to be retreating over here, potentially picking off some other units. And now John is making his way up to the top side of the map. Gaboo here, what is he doing? He's still trying to pump out units. He's got himself another shockwave remaining, so that might be enough of a help here, but 83 population against 115 population is not good at all. Those hero Terma still hanging out over here, and look, they do have that boots to kick everything. Look at that speed. 6.36 speed is absolutely insane, but it's not been enough in this game to stop John's Centaur here, as Gaboo retreating away, and he's just not able to do too much. And now there's Centaur. This is 5 Centaur potentially going to be getting picked off by all of the units which John Arbiter has sent here. There's one citizen down. The Terma coming back in onto the back. There's no real hero Terma here. The citizen trying to retreat away. The hoplites just going after them at this point, because John can just continuously smash units in onto this position and get this gold star. Big shockwave coming in, but doesn't hit any Centaur there, as those citizens still sitting idly by, as the hoplites trying to chase them down. The hero citizen have got so much speed here with boots to kick everything. 4.14 speed. Look at him go. It's faster than almost faster. It's not faster than a Zeus hoplite, but almost faster than a hoplite, as all of those units seemingly have been cleaned up here, and it does not look good for Gaboo. What else could he do? He hasn't made a move down to the bottom gold mines just yet. The citizen trying to retreat back. These citizens are on this location here, and Gaboo does end up tapping out. John Arbiter, EE supremacy. My golly gosh, the EE players are coming over to destroy everyone here. Now, if you don't realize, this whole video is a bit of a meme. This is probably not John Arbiter. It's probably a Smurf pretending to be John, but I thought it was funny to cast this game. John's an amazing human. Love watching his streams. He's a good time. And honestly, this gameplay here from this player, incredibly high level, really, really showing the power of Zeus against Oranos. If you guys struggle against Oranos, I do recommend learning how to play this way with the Centaur, the hoplite, the Hippocon strategy. All that pressure can be incredibly good to get wins here. Gaboo's a really, really strong player as well. So nice job from this John Arbiter Smurf to get the dub. But funny nonetheless that we see this kind of thing in 2022. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.